Hey, Trae. I'm back again.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. It's your first time in the Black Media Matters studios, and we're so glad to have you.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here in this new space. It's beautiful.
Thank
Congratulations to you guys. And congratulations just for the Emmy and just everything that you guys are doing and your new show. I'm so proud of you. I'm just been proud and I just love it. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you so much. You know, that means the world coming from you because you really understand. You know good quality because you produce good quality.
Well, and you know our talks, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Well, tell us a bit about what's going on. You guys are a partner now with the Pier. Tell us a bit about what's going on with Langston and Juneteenth.
Yeah, so on Saturday, we're actually doing a Juneteenth event with Friends of the Waterfront for Seattle. They've been a great partner to Langston to do host events down at Pier 62. So we're doing an event on Saturday. Before I get into that, there's also, I know there's Elevate tonight, but there's also Black Arts Legacies, the celebration of that launched on the 1st. That's happening tonight at 6:30 at Langston as well. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty full. They did RSVPs. And so I'm going to say drop by, see if you can get in because it's going to be a great celebration with food and drinks and artists celebrating Black artists in this city and in our community. So if you can make it down to that, please come to that. That's kind of kicking off our small series of Juneteenth events in collaboration with a lot of community members at Langston. So then on Friday is our We Out Here at the Pier event. Every year we do a kind of mini festival called We Out Here. And We Out Here was created by a good friend of probably many of ours, Michael B. Main. He's the visionary behind that program. And we've been doing that for the past 4 years now. This is the 4th year doing We Out Here. And, you know, it's a festival where we're really just highlighting Black brilliance, Black excellence, Black people in Seattle doing all of the things. And so that's why it's called We Out Here. And because Michael couldn't be here today, I really just wanted to make sure his voice was included in this conversation because I don't think a lot of people really know why, you know, what We Out Here is or why he really had a vision to create this program. And so I'm just going to read what he said really quick, that We Out Here grew organically out of an appreciation for and participation in Black communities and with real partnership with me and Tim Lennon at Langston. He moved to Seattle in November of 2012, expecting to find a very diverse and integrated community. And what he found in his experience was a Seattle that was far more segregated than he expected. It took him years to find the kinds of services and resources that he took for granted back in Dallas, where he came from, and where he could find a quality barbershop pretty much anywhere he turned. And so as he got more involved with volunteering and joining boards and attending more arts programs in Seattle, he often heard things like, we wanted to hire a Black person, but we couldn't find any, or I just moved here from Atlanta and there are no Black people here, or where are all the Black people and where are all the Black things? And it took him a while, but he gradually met Black folks who introduced him to other Black folks, and he learned about the Seattle People of Color Salon, SPOX. He learned about the Northwest African American Museum. He learned about the Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas, Onyx Fine Arts Gallery, people from affinity groups at Microsoft, Amazon, and Boeing, Urban League, so many organizations and individuals who were among and support Black communities. And so a few years later, when he heard people say that there are no Black people in Seattle, he would respond with, no, we out here. We are out here. And by saying Black folks aren't here, not only are you wrong, but you're also erasing my existence. Black people are, have been, and will continue to be here. So he started a portrait project of creating images with Black people who he finds inspiring. And when he was presented with an opportunity to exhibit those photographs at Langston, we instead began the conversation on how we could bring people together to share time and space around the series and offer yet one more way for folks to learn about what we're up to, share resources, and celebrate each other. Thus, We Out Here was born, and from that, it continues to evolve as we evolve.
Ooh,
So-
Michael B. Maine. Yes,
Right?
yes, yeah. You know what? I love this because oftentimes people will just stay right there at the beginning. And the fact that he dug deep is very different for those of us who are from here, because we actually have these years of building relationships and connections. We have Black-led institutions that we've been, accustomed to through our childhood. And so I really appreciate him doing that research, doing the work to dive in, because a lot of this is just uncovering it, because he's right. We out here. I love this.
That's right.
So that's going to be happening on Saturday.
So yes, on Saturday, we're going to be at the Pier 62 from 2 to 6 p.m. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have a few vendors. And what we're doing with vendors this year is really spotlighting and highlighting Black businesses and people who provide services to the community. And so it's a small vending opportunity. It's not, because I know that there's going to be plenty of vendors throughout the week and the weekend all over the city in the greater King County area. So we're not doing that necessarily. We really want to give people access to resources that they can take with them that will last a little bit longer. So we're going to be highlighting a few Black businesses. Jazmyn has curated our entertainment for the afternoon. Nice. So we'll have her. We'll have Taqueets, who you guys know very well. Yes. She's going to be doing some dance and some instruction, some interactive activity with the crowd on Saturday. We have Larry Mizell Jr., of course. We have Stas the Boss. We have the Mahogany Project. And so it's going to be an afternoon packed with entertainment. If folks are interested in getting a vaccine or a booster, there'll be that resource there as well. And it's just going to be good vibes, good vibes just to celebrate our existence as Black people in this city. We want to be able to come together in spaces, all across this city. And so that's a part of this collaboration with Friends of the Waterfront, is to be able to take some of our programming outside of Langston and take our, the things that we do, our activities everywhere in this city, to really just let everybody know what we out here.
I love this entire concept. I think, for those of us who are involved in community as much as you and I are, I think it's our living mantra, because we be out here. And I be seeing you everywhere, and you be seeing me, and we be like, right. Yes. So you know what? I do want to say before I let you go, because I know this is going to be a longer show today, but I really appreciate something you were just sharing too. We understand this is the first year for the federally recognized holiday of Juneteenth, and it's brought on a lot of different things. We have seen the stuff going off on Black Twitter and everything about, ice cream and watermelon salads and all these things. But here we actually have a long legacy, because D. Charlene brought us Juneteenth, and there has been, constant celebrations before it was recognized. This year in particular, there's an explosion of different events, but I appreciate what you said in terms of having a little something different, right? Not that we're replicating the exact same thing in a bunch of different spaces, but just what you said there. You guys are focusing on service businesses, right, for your event on Saturday. And I just think it's important to uplift that, because we don't want to think, we can't say Black community is a monolith. So it's great to have these different opportunities for folks. And I just really appreciated you saying that.
Yeah. I just want to, I've heard a lot in there, and people's opinions are justified. I've heard a lot of different opinions about, there being so many different things going on during Juneteenth, and why can't we get it together, and that kind of thing. And I think if we really just focus on supporting one another, I think having options is important for our community, because we're not one thing and we're not all interested in the same things. And so being able to celebrate on a larger scale, and I like to be able to go from one thing to the next and check out a little bit of everything, or as much as I can. And so I appreciate that Black-led organizations and Black individuals that want to celebrate this holiday are putting on these events in the community, so that we have an array, a diversity of options, And so I want that to continue. Now, we don't want our celebrations and our legacies to be co-opted by other people. Now, we don't want that, and I'm not advocating for that at all. But I do appreciate that there's options, and that we can have something that's ours, and we can celebrate it, throughout our communities. And so I just encourage people to support all of the programs that are happening throughout this week, throughout this weekend, because there's so much going on. We are out here and we are everywhere, and we should just be able to commune with one another and have a good time and celebrate our freedom.
Yeah, there it is. Our freedom,
our free-ishness.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you there, and I think as we think about how we collaborate more in future years of Juneteenth, it's really about that. It's okay, this thing is over here. All right, this different thing is over here. Okay, this different thing is over there. But that it's all really Black led and Black centered. And I agree with you. I think there's a mixed message this year because we do see non-Black folks that are like, well, hey, let's figure out we're going to do something for Juneteenth. And really, we want them to really understand that they can back off of this one, right? That they can actually just say, you know what, there's some amazing things happening in the community. How do we support those existing things? So thank you so much.
Put your money in the pockets
there
of
it
Black
is.
people. If you want to support, then pay Black people and support our businesses. And one last thing I want to say is that Black folks, if you don't want to do anything else, then take a rest. Because this is now a federal holiday, and I have a little rub against that because now it's like a holiday that everybody gets to take the day off. We've always worked on Juneteenth.
That's right.
Because we've always celebrated Juneteenth. So if you want to take a break because we deserve that too.
Yeah.
So I'll say that in closing.
There it is. Jazmyn, as always, such a pleasure to have you with me. I've been able to interview you several times, and I just appreciate you coming down here to the Black Media Matter Studios.
I'm so happy
and to my show, The Day with Trae. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you, sis.
I love you.